I am Randy McDaniel, blacksmith, author, and forging instructor for over 45 years. I have written the successful how-to book, A Blacksmithing Primer, and also Hydraulic Forging Press for the Blacksmith. This video is a brief example of the quality and the style of the production and instruction in almost 6-hour long 3 DVD set of Blacksmithing Primer.
The focus of the book and of this program are to teach you processes by using projects in order to show you the techniques in blacksmithing. It's important that you think along those lines while working with any of these projects. You are learning techniques. It's not important that your job look perfect the first time. Take your time and practice. Remember, we're trying to work on process more than final looks of this piece. It just takes practice. The first hammer blow you need to know is called a full face hammer blow. That means that all the hammering is done on the face of the anvil itself. So a full face would be hitting straight here like this. This can also be a full face angled hammer blow, which means that the piece is lifted up slightly and the hammer is coming in slightly at an angle. That will give you a taper on the piece as you hammer that way. Then you can return it back again to a flat hammer blow for just spreading the material out. Besides doing the flat full face hammer blow, you can also do an angled full face hammer blow by just simply lifting slightly up on the piece as you come in at a slight angle while you're hammering. This will put a taper on both sides. The next hammer blow is called a half face hammer blow. This is where when you come down with the hammer, half of the face is on the edge of the anvil and half of it is past the edge of the anvil. That'll cut a shoulder. Now this is the far side of the anvil. If I do it here, that will leave a large chunk overhanging the piece. You haven't disturbed that end whatsoever. You can also do that on the sharp edge instead of the rounded edge, and that will give you a sharp line instead of a radius line. Now we're going to make a flesh fork. What a flesh fork is a fork that was used in the butcher houses and also in the kitchens in colonial days. Lots of times the people are using it today for doing their barbecues. The first time I had to make this was for the Maryland Park Service, and they gave me a photograph of an original piece shot on a piece of grid paper. Then is my challenge to try to figure out what size stock that this was made from. Was this made from a piece of round stock and then flattened out? So well, I tried that. There wasn't enough material to make the handle. So I found out that what I had to do was start with rectangular stock and hammer that into round stock and work from there. And that's what we'll be doing now. Back on the same shoulder, set it in, come at a diagonal, and work your way back. Same place again with the opposite shoulder, set it in, and work down the diagonal. Now that it's octagon, we can take and just roll it as we're hammering on it to round it up. The next thing I want to do is heat up right in the shoulder area. I want to set that past the edge of the anvil, and this is called a miss the anvil hammer blow, where I'm going past the edge and I'm going to hit it right in here in order to make a shoulder. So I'm past the edge and I'm missing the anvil face as it sets in the shoulder. You can see how that cut that in already.